So this one is worth a mention, but it's not worth a review. That was a fight between Dylan Whyte and Moses Itauma. Did I pronounce that right, Moses? So it lasted 1 round. So it started as it ended, really. Combination punches, lefts and rights from Moses. And Dylan, in this instance, was outclassed. I won't put him down because he's had a long career and a lot of fights. Some good fights as well. Dylan's had some good fights. So what do we think? Put down in the comments what you think. Should have this actually happened? I don't think it should, but then again, other people are Dylan Whyte fans, and they feel, should he fight on? I don't think he should, but then again, will he? I mean, if he's got some fight left in him, will the right opponent be found for him? Yeah, Moses is on the up. They don't want to give him, they don't want to progress him too far too early. Dylan is complaining. I think you kind of get stopped and you're going to complain, aren't you, that the fight was stopped too early. He did make the count. He went down on the canvas. He did make the count, but he didn't look in a fit state to fight. He was all over the place. But wouldn't you be hitting by new talent Moses? So what do you think next? What do you think next for Moses? Which fight would you like to see? Need somebody durable, someone who can test him. That's for promoters to sort out. Gone are the days when the best fighters used to fight each other as such. Yeah, they've got to box clever, so to speak, haven't they? Speaking of boxing mix as well now with online. Love it or hate it, you can't get away from social media. So let's talk a little bit about this one. So step on in and welcome to Aldon's Fight Reviews. So online media is rife at the moment. So whether you're an amateur or professional, you've normally got a YouTube channel. It does pay if you've got some sort of agent or somebody filming it. It works even better. You get a more polished YouTube channel, TikTok channel, Instagram, and is it Facebook as well? Does Facebook work now on that? I don't know. I don't keep up with that type of thing. I've only got channels on here mainly. I do TikTok. I digress. Anyway, so we've got some amateurs at the moment are on the scene, and that is Danny Christie, who's fought the BKFC. Started off as an amateur. Probably could have turned professional. As a lot of amateurs are given the chance. But as with, in my experience, other sports as well, you get offered a chance to become a professional, but you have a good job anyway. So what's the point becoming a lower tier professional and then having certain fights might add up to between 5 and 10 grand per year? You're not going to sniff at 5 to 10 grand, but over 1 year, do you really want to give it your job full time? So you have a better job. So you have a well-paid job, as Danny's a bit of a grafter, and he also earns very good money as a scaffolder, I believe. So you can make good money in that, as well as other type of roles, road working, etc. I don't know, but yeah. But he does as such did fight on professional cards within the bare knuckle trade. A lot of amateurs and ex-professionals as well fight on the cards and get paid for it. So in technical terms, they're getting paid for it, so they're professional as such. So we've got another guy as well who's been paid on the bare knuckle scene, was an amateur pretty much. An amateur in the boxing scene is Brett May, so there's a lot of controversy. You've seen the videos between the two. It can get quite comical. I won't digress and say that there's crime involved. There sometimes is crime involved because the two wanted to get together and meet up outside of the ring. So once you start doing that outside of the ring, you start drawing in people that start complaining because they see this on fields and things like that. If it's not an enclosed space where the public access is blocked, then people go and complain, and it becomes a sort of a criminal complaint, or is it a civil matter? But while Brett's been harping on, he's missed 2 fights, 2 probable fights. They call him hide and seek. Danny's even got he's got a bit of banter going with Brett, and he's even got t-shirts made saying Brett made simple boy. They should sell quite well actually, but don't get on with all the bullying. But this seems quite banterous, especially from Brett. So he's the king of the showman as such, one of the kings of being a showman. So this fight is never going to happen between them. It's going to be a bare knuckle fight, and it was going to be an all-in fight, or a half of an all-in type of fight that never happened. But anyway, while Brett's still mulling over being the king of Doncaster, in his words only, another amateur stroke professional fighter. I think he actually was a professional, or is still kind of a professional fighter. I think they're both around about 40 now, so they're getting on a bit. But that was Jimmy Justice from Bournemouth. Jimmy's had a fight training camp in Cumbria where he's been eating raw meat and things. So Danny's been over visiting him, eating raw meat, taking his son with him as well, doing some paddle boarding. Went over for the day, enjoyed himself. Why Brett's been mulling over lying in his pit, trying to invent or reinvent himself within the social media field, in which he's very popular. People are watching him, but they're putting more derogatory comments on there now than they were before.
Shall we count down?
2,000 years later.
What do you think? Put down in the comments what you think about that type of thing. Is it good to play a pantomime villain, or is it, do you find it's getting a bit too much? Seeing Brett as he's been going on, seeing him the other night when he was lying on his pit, did I feel a little bit sorry for him as such? Maybe not. It doesn't seem to affect him, or he doesn't portray that it does in some ways with all this going on, twos and fros. A lot of it he knows is probably self-inflicted. And I think he's winding people up as such, and he knows how to push the right buttons on people and presenting fights that are never going to happen. Is he finished? We all think that he's finished as such, but I believe he's fighting on a platform a promotional platform called the 3D Fight Club, which again has amateurs and professionals that were involved. I don't know what the next card is going to be like, but that's coming up, and I believe Brett's going to be included on that, probably because of his social media presence that he holds and the interest within social media, because that draws publicity. Speaking of fighters or boxers that are not quite at the world-class level, we have a TV show called Misfits. So this is organised by KSI. You remember KSI is a YouTuber. He's also, in my view, a pretty good boxer as well. He fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul, again, I've laid myself down on the line and said that he's also a reasonable fighter as well. Certainly would make the professional ranks. We've got a show coming out with celebs, said celebs, shall we say, some said celebs, some known, some unknown perhaps. I don't know, depends who watches them really, doesn't it? But they've been through training camps and they've been matched and they're going to have fights. Hopefully it'll be good to watch, and if the fighters have been pitched kind of fairly even between each other. We'll see if they put the work in, which is good. If they come to it fresh, it's not so good as such, but they have been training, so should be interesting. Put down in the comments what you think. Do you think this type of thing is good viewing? So look out for that. So that was just a quick recap on what's going on, and hopefully I'll be able to put more into this channel, the Fight channel, and be able to put a few more bits and pieces on there and let you know what's going on. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If it does provide you with a bit of information, etc., please like and subscribe. I don't get anything out of it, and hopefully you do. Thanks very much for watching, and remember, keep healthy if you can, and keep happy. Thanks.